Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. The All-Pro Chris Boswell with the honors. Off we go from a rain-soaked Acrisure Stadium. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bills offense heading out, and they are led by the MVP of the National Football League, 29-year-old quarterback Josh Allen in the prime of his career.
I think in today's modern NFL, if you had the ability to create a quarterback and all the qualities that come along with it, Josh Allen's at or near the top of the list. And what I mean by that, Mike, is he's big, he's mobile, he can run to escape, but he can also run as a designed option. And then, of course, in the passing game, he can make every throw. He's smart. He elevates those around him. The last piece of the puzzle, can he get over the hump and have that postseason success to really put him in that upper echelon category? This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And, boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
On second down, here is Allen. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Davis going in motion. On third down, it's Allen. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
So the drive stalls out, and here's the Aussie, Mitch Wishnowsky, to punt. Calvin Austin, deep for the Steelers. A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. Well, here come the Steelers, and that's the sight that looks odd, but people were looking to see after keeping us waiting all spring. Year 21 in the league for Aaron Rodgers, his first as the Steelers quarterback.
You know, it's funny how time flies, Mike, and we won't call him old. We'll just call him experienced. And here's a guy who's been doing this for a really long time at a high level, and he's going to hope that some of that experience works in his favor today, and when he plays well, this is proven to be a really hard team to beat.
That one too far out in front to be brought in, and it's incomplete. Jalen Warren was the man he was trying to connect with. And that will lead to a second down. On the ground, it's Jalen Warren. Still fighting. What a run. Shedding tacklers. Picks up 9 on the play.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good for us Steelers.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. Third and short, fourth and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points. Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
Second and inches. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
A gain of 6.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had third and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. Now some movement up front. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. Metcalf, the motion man. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
1 yard loss.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Metcalf pulls in that one. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
It is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. He'll get back to Jalen Warren. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They run on the jet sweep. And he will get into the end zone. DK Metcalf. Touchdown Steelers.
Just a great way to finish off the drive, and it was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game. And you can see here, they executed at the offensive line. He got some nice blocks downfield from his wide receivers and tight ends, and he was able to do the rest.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead.
Bills nothing.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Davis now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bills offense ready now for their second drive. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Joey Porter Jr. that time up to make the play.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Off the play fake, here's Allen. Looking for his tight end there, but led him too far. That's an incompletion.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
In motion, Shakir. Out of the gun on 3rd down, it's Allen. He's got his man. That's Kincaid. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Allen to his tight end, Kincaid, and the Bills have a 1st down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
First and 10 at the
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it. And I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25.
gain of 9 yards.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. The tight end, Kincaid, in motion. On the zone read, a handoff here to Cook. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
Good for Bills. First down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
So these jet sweep plays, we see them so often, both under center, in the shotgun. There's a lot of ways to do it. But there's a little feast or famine element, especially in today's NFL, with the speed of these defensive edge players. So you got to make sure you get the edge accounted for so you can at least avoid these negative plays.
And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down. Coming up.
Brings up third down.
On third down, they go with Cook. Fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out. Talk about a big swing there. The offense was driving, had it in the red zone, looking to score. Not only does the defense stop them, Greg, they get the ball back, and they improve the field position with a nice fumble return.
And what a change of events. You find yourself defending your own side of the field, and next thing you know, you scoop. For a minute, it looked like there was going to be a score, but either way, after running out of gas, he sets his offense up in a great situation.
Off the play fake, Rodgers. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Larry Ogunjobi in there to drop him. Loss of 5 to start the drive.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again. Larry Ogunjobi getting in for the sack. And that's going to lead to 3rd and very long.
And now he's just single-handedly taking over this drive, Mike. I mean, they better find a way to neutralize him before he does more damage. Get more bodies on him, take the protection to him. Either way, just get him blocked.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Rodgers to throw. That's complete on the tight end screen. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Shakir to return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. And there are 2 drives so far not good. Punt, lost fumble. Trying to make amends here on drive number 3. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Not a great start by this running back here in the first half, Mike. He had a fumble earlier. Now he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to get more out of this run game as the rest of this game moves along.
On 2nd down, Allen. This one not quite on target. A little too much. That one falls incomplete.
3rd and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come 3rd down.
To the air on 3rd down, here's Allen. 16-yard pickup on that one. 1st down, Buffalo.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Bills, 1st down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle it. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. That's a gain of 28.
It's pretty clear why this offense likes to get the ball into the hands of this quarterback, huh, Mike? I mean, he is just so effective in this area, and now he has them set up 1st and goal.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. The Bills with it to start quarter number 2. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal as we are ready to get back underway. To the 5-yard line.
Ball carrier. Tackle made at the 5-yard line. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
Here now, 2nd down and goal. One more time with Cook. Let's give him a yard down to the 3-yard line.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll use 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and goal. Josh Allen on the bootleg. And he overshoots everyone. It's through the back of the end zone and incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
4th and goal, decision time, and they will go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Allen. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
Result of the play.
The Steelers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll operate from their own 3-yard line as they try to put something together here on this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. Oh, got to be careful here. Looks like they're just going to avoid the safety, but not by much. That was close to being a disaster.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And a nice gain there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
He'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
He takes off. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that 1st down himself.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Allen. This one complete to Palmer. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
In motion goes Cooks. On the handoff, this is Cook. He will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5.
And the Bills 1st down. It's a gain of 6. And the Bills 1st down.
Allen going to give this to Davis. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 7. They'll run the draw with Cook. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. And that is incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So Prater now, after the made field goal, back out to kick off. Austin now to return this. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Steelers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers.
Rodgers' pass, complete to Jalen Warren. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll motion the tight end Smith. Now Rodgers. Quick throw on the slant, taken in by Smith. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
This will not do the trick. They've stopped them behind the line. 4th down coming up.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bills offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Here's Allen now on 1st and 10. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That is 14 for the second time. Back-to-back 14-yard gains and a first down.
First and 10 at the 42.
Man, when it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense, and if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
Play action. It's Allen. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
More yards.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
A design run here for Allen. And he's going to go into the end zone on an electrifying run. Josh Allen, touchdown Buffalo. Well, they were not hiding anything there. The quarterback takes off, and Greggy takes it the distance for the touchdown.
And this was a run from the jump, Mike. There was no disguising anything. There was 10 guys blocking and 1 guy running, and in this case, it's the quarterback taking it in for 6.
Prater, extra point is good. And the Bills are on top. It's now 10-7. So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Austin now to return this. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. The master of play action, Rodgers. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He finds Austin with the grab. And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple. And now we've got third down coming up.
It's third.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
He gets that to his tight end, Smith. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
I know, I'm biased, but listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on third down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
To the 49-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Warren. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
On the tackle. The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
3rd down and 9. From the gun, Rodgers. That's complete to Metcalf. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
1st down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
39-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7. Here's Johnson. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. They'll try and run it here with Warren. They will have it at the 24-yard line. That's enough for a 1st down.
A gain of 10 yards.
The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this 1st half.
24-yard line.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll run the toss with Warren. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play.
Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. Second and 10. Rodgers now. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. Taking off, he'll try to get there. The Bills going to use the 1st of their timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Now on 4th down, the veteran Chris Boswell on for the Steelers. This will be a 38-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will tie this game up here late in the 1st half.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Samuel, going to see what he can do. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And this defense has to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in the 1st half that has really given them fits. The tight end Kincaid in motion. 1st and 10, and it's Allen.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. From the gun, here is Allen. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. Allen to his tight end, Kincaid, and the Bills have a first down.
Really nice play call there by the offensive coordinator. You kind of use your tendencies against the defense. They're thinking run in this down and distance, and ultimately you use it to your advantage. Play action pass to the tight end, and you keep the drive alive. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
At the 40-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now, that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
A 57-yard attempt.
He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Bills get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
So let's give the kicker some credit. Not only was it a really good save by the holder, but his ability to make that kick when the timing wasn't right is a lot easier said than done. So they got to get to the sideline. Long snapper's got to do his side of the bargain here, and they've got to be better the next time out.
Final moments of this first half, kicking with the lead now, as this one is in the air. And he will not attempt to return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
A first down throw from Rodgers. He'll take a shot, looking for Wilson. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered, and that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here in our thankfully dry studios in Orlando. That's obviously not the case at the stadium, where the rain continues to play a factor in this game. Who will take better advantage of it in the second half? To find out the answer, let's go back out to the stadium and rejoin our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Hey, Scott, thank you. Rain only intensifying now as the teams have come back out. This figures to be a wet and wild second half to come.
Matt
3
Prager
points,
set to
all that
kick off.
separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. Austin now to return this. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. 16 yards on the game and a quick 1st down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
They'll run the draw with Warren. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 14 on that one. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, Rodgers. Forced out wide. Now he'll run. A gain there of 24 yards. That's a Steeler 1st down.
A gain of 24 yards.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
And he will score! Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Boswell now for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Steelers make the lead 4. It is 17-13.
Bills 13.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Samuel going to see what he can do. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Bills offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. From the gun, throw here for Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 9. Allen will throw. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid. 13 yards on that pass play. Good for a Bills 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around. If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
To the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Once again, it's Cook. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
Allen on 3rd down. That one on target to Davis. He's got him. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
First down.
A pickup of 21 on that connection. First down, Buffalo.
First down, Bills.
Allen going to make the read and hold on here. Whoa, a loose football. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. He'll wind up getting enough to pick up the first down.
So as you start operating your red zone offense, of course it goes without saying, Mike, you're trying to score touchdowns. But the worst case scenario is that you bring your field goal unit and you at least try for 3. You have to protect the ball. Turnovers are the cardinal sin of red zone offense. In this case, they dodge a little bit of a bullet here. The ball comes loose. Fortunately for the ball carrier, his own team recovers it. They can keep their offense on the field and see if they can finish this drive. In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense. As you can probably imagine, Mike, this one really burns me. I mean, man, I wish my fellow tight ends catch every ball the entire game, but to be this open and not come down with it, I'm going to have to set a reminder. Next year at TEU, we're going to have to bring out some jugs machines.
On 3rd down, it's Allen. And he overshot his man. Out of the end zone, that one's incomplete.
It's not often you see a pass that's out of the reach of this guy. I mean, 50-50 balls tend to go his favor more often than not, but this one kind of gets away from him just a little bit and falls incomplete.
The veteran Matt Prater now out to try this field goal. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Bills cut the deficit down to 1.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So Prater now, after the made field goal, back out to kick off. Here's Gainwell to return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Steelers' offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. He finds a seam, a good run, up past the 40. Let's give him 9 on that one.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, it's 2nd and 1. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
A gain of 3 yards.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. A run out of the gun with Warren. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Off-balance throw, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
That's good.
A gain there of 21. Good for a Steeler first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard
The defender
line.
has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And he'll get forward for a couple. The safety, Jordan Poyer, up to make the stop.
Still first down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's first and 5. They'll run straight ahead with Warren. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
He was brought down by Terrell Bernard. A gain of 4 brings up second down at the Bills' 19-yard line.
Second and a yard. Here's a handoff to Warren. And he's going to be marked out down at the 5. They get 14 yards and set up first and goal.
Steelers.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves first and goal.
From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. That one batted away in the end zone. Incomplete. Good coverage where you need it most.
Incomplete.
It'll be second and
Leads
goal.
to second and goal.
A bit of a risky throw here in the end zone, Mike, and those windows down here tight, they close so much faster in this part of the field. By the time he let it go, the defender was already in position and was able to make a play on the ball.
On the handoff, this is Warren. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now third and goal.
Third and goal. Rodgers to throw. Here's a screen set up for Warren. And he will get into the end zone. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Steelers. On for the extra point is Boswell. It's up and through. And the Steelers are going to open up the lead to 8.
24. Bills 16.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Samuel going to see what he can do. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bills offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. He keeps it himself. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of
14. Good for a quick first down.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
The tight end going in motion to the left. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
Still first down.
On the ground, it's Johnson. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
A loss of 2.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, here's Allen. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Now Allen facing 3rd and long. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the 3rd and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for and taken successfully. The Steelers' offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. And he has been the focal point of this offense. When you get a performance like this, you can almost invariably know the offensive line's been stellar, and they have been so far. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They put Wilson in motion. Play fake. It's Rodgers. That's taken in left side by Smith. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 6. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
Still 2nd down.
Rodgers. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long. And as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet. But I could promise you they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
A rod out of the gun here on third down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
A 4-yard loss. It's fourth down.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Punt team out, ready to send this one away. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. And he's going to be knocked down before he can even think about returning that one. Whoa! So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the 1st down.
In motion, Shakir. On 1st down, right back to Johnson. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd down and 3. Now it's Allen. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Josh Allen. He gets this complete to Shakir. 11 yards on the pass there. Good for a Bills 1st down.
For a Bills 1st down.
Okay, so now you pick up that 1st down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the 4th quarter.
That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another 1st down.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot, and frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
And the Bills are going to be set up 1st and goal. Couldn't reach the plane, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
Johnson. And looked like he might have had a lane, but the defense closed quickly. He did not get in. 2nd down.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Ty Johnson, Touchdown, Bills. Greg, how often do we say it's a one-possession game, but that's a two-part story? Part one taken care of right there with the touchdown.
All right, Mike, so they go down and they get the all-important touchdown. But only half the time is this truly a one-score game. They need this two-point conversion here to tie it up.
The Bills are lining up for a two-point
So now they'll throw it with Allen. That's incomplete. Oh, they were going for the conversion to get this thing even. Instead, it will remain a two-point game. So the lead is down to just 2 now in the fourth quarter as they kick it off. Here's Gainwell to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Steelers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. To the outside, he's got Smith. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Now it's Johnson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Brings up 3rd down.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll run the sneak. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Steelers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Warren. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 2. Once again, it's Warren. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Rodgers keeping it himself. A gain of 17 yards. That's a Steeler 1st down.
The advantage to this play call, Mike, is as an offense, you now can account for 1 extra defensive player. In this case, it's the quarterback reading the end. He goes after the running back. He pulls it, keeps it himself, picks up the 1st down.
They run out of the gun with Warren. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
The 30-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Warren. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. Tackle made right at the 20-yard line.
Gain of 10 yards.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run. Johnson. Not much happening there. Just a short gain.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, Rodgers. This one is caught by Skoranek. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
3rd and short yardage, it's Rodgers. That's to the end zone, but just too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
Every team has those vertical shots, Mike. They're on the call sheet, and they feel like they can get behind the defense. I think that was one of them, and just couldn't quite connect downfield because he had pretty good separation.
So out comes the veteran, Chris Boswell, in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. Samuel, going to see what he can do. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bills offense headed back to take over once more. Allen going to throw on 1st and 10. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one. He's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide, we're just going to air it out. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down. All 3 incompletions, and now it brings up 4th down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
On the return, it's Austin. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Steelers' offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. Cutting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
From from the 42-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it right here with Warren. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. We'll talk things over before 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. The defense uses its 2nd timeout here. And don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the ground, this is Warren. Putting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3. And 3rd and final timeout taken by the defense. So the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left. From the 35, here's 2nd down and 7. To throw is Rodgers. He finds Austin with the grab. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
We'll try and run it here with Warren. He will not be able to get to the edge. They shut him down. Taken down behind the line. And it's 4th down.
3rd and short, you think the defense has everybody packed in there real tight. So as a play caller, you're thinking, all right, let's give my running back a chance to stretch and cut. This defense was ready for all of it. They string him out wide, nowhere to cut, take him down for a loss.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Samuel going to see what he can do. He'll get across the 20, mark him down to the 23-yard line. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. A pass taken in by Johnson.
Pass complete to Ty Johnson. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Allen. This one, downfield for Kincaid. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
So anytime you find yourself in 3rd and long, it's hard to really be unpredictable as a play caller because the defense knows it's most likely going to be a pass. They understand where the down and distance markers are, and there's really nowhere for him to go with the ball, and he has to throw it away.
He's looking deep for Shakir. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
And it all came down to that play. The offense finds themselves trailing, all out of their timeouts. The defense knew they were one stop away from ending this game, and they came up big when their team needed it.
So this one in the win column for the Steelers. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way. They're going to come away from here with a well-earned victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh.